What's going on YouTube, man?
It's okay to miss out on that fun. Lock in.
And today, as y'all can see by that thumbnail and that title, we're about to be doing a pre-trip video, basically explaining the pre-trip in depth, but more of an easier way, because people on YouTube that I've watched and that you don't watch be over explaining and making you study stuff that you really don't even need, and that you 99% of the time won't even use in your pre-trip for the school you're going to. So go ahead and hit that like button, subscribe button, stay tuned for the whole video, and go ahead and comment down below if this video was useful. And the most important thing is to remember where the exam starts. The exam starts when you get inside the truck. When you first get inside the truck, you want to enter at your feet, hand, and your other foot at 3 points of contact when you get inside the truck. Now that you got inside the truck safely using 3 points of contact, you will tell your instructor that you have 3 pieces of emergency equipment. My fire extinguisher is properly mounted, secured, not broken, cracked, or damaged, and is properly charged at 10 pounds BC or ABC. My spare fuses are present in the overhead. And you would just tell him, like, you would point to the back and say, my 3 bidirectional reflective warning triangles are present. Next, you would tell them, my traffic monitoring devices are not broken, cracked, or damaged, and they're clean and adjusted me from the inside. Then you would go on to say, my windshield is not broken, cracked, or damaged, and is clean with no obstructions or illegal stickers. But as you can see, mine is not clean. So if it wasn't clean, you would call it out and tell them that your windshield is not clean. Then after you go with your windshield, you would tell them, my windshield wipers are properly mounted, secured, they are not broken, cracked, or damaged, and my windshield wiper fluid sprays evenly. And you would demonstrate it. Then you would go on to say, my electric horn works properly and my air horn works properly. Now I will be checking my light indicators. My left turn signal works properly. My right turn signal works properly. My 4-way emergency flashes work properly. Then you turn on your high beams, let them know your high beams is on, your high beam works properly. After that, my ABS indicator came on when the truck was started, but no ABS indicator is on now because the truck is working properly. Then you will go on to say, my depth gauge is working properly and is currently at whatever your depth gauge is at. Mine is currently at a full tank. If yours was at a half tank, you would say it's currently at a half tank. Then I will go on to say, my floor heaters and my defroster is working properly. The only thing you're doing basically is turning it on and just showing them that it blows out. That's all you're doing. It's nothing special to it. You're just showing that it blow out. You'll put your hands right there, showing that it come out. Put your hands down below, showing that you feel it, and you'll go on to the next thing. After you do all that, you're going to tell your instructor, I will not perform a tug test. My air pressure will continue building until the governor cutout of approximately 120 to 140 psi. To perform your tug test, you will first push in your tractor brakes. You will apply the brake, put your tractor into drive, and you will gently pull 5 miles per hour forward, pulled against your tractor brake hose. After that, you would then pull out your tractor brakes, then push in your trailer brakes. Well, my trailer not connected right now, but you will push in your trailer brakes and do the same thing. Put in drive while pushing the brake and pull against the trailer brake hose. Before you even begin the next portion, or before you even begin the air brake test, get out the truck and make sure your wheels are chalked. For like, it just give you a little extra brownie point showing that the instructor knows you paying attention and stuff. So once you get back inside the truck after chalking your wheels, you would tell the instructor, my air pressure will continue building until the governor cutout of 120 to 140 psi, identified by the sneeze. Now once you get to the 120 to 140 cutoff, you will identify it by the sneeze. Once you build your air pressure up and you get to 120, 40 psi, you will hear shh. And once you get that, you will say, there's the sneeze, my air pressure is, then you will state what your air pressure is to your instructor. After you have identified the sneeze and you told the instructor your PSI, you will now tell him you perform an air leakage rate test, and you will leave both your feet flat on the ground away from the thing. And before you even start the test, you will turn your truck off and just have it in the on position. Make sure it's in the on position, or the following steps in the pre-trip won't work correctly. You would tell your instructor, I will now perform an air leakage test by applying the service brake. I should not lose no more than 4 psi in 1 minute. Then after you tell him that, you would tell him, can you time me? Once he say you can time me, once he say go with the time, that's when you would hold your foot down. And you would basically look and make sure you're not losing more than 4 psi in 1 minute. And once you did that and he tell you to not time, once he tell you your time is up, you would basically tell him, I do not lose more than 4 psi in 1 minute. All right, now after you finish with your air leakage rate test, you would tell your instructor, I'm now checking my low air warning devices. I will rapidly apply and release my service brakes until my low air warning indicators activate before my air pressure is less than 55 psi. As y'all can see, I already got my air pressure down to 50 psi. And this, it's not gonna be the same on every truck, but this is what should come on. Basically, it's telling you your air pressure is too low. Now once that pop up on your screen, you will pause and tell your instructor that your low air warning indicator came on, and you basically tell him at what psi it came on. So mine came on at, you can say basically 55 or 50 psi. You tell him my low air warning devices came on at 55 psi. After that, you say I will continue fanning down my brakes between 45 and 20 psi, and both my tractor and trailer valves, both of those right there, should pop out. Then after they pop out, you would tell him at what psi both of these popped out at. Now I don't got my trailer connected right now, so I can't really do it, but that's what you would do. All right, the last part of your INCAB would be your light check, your light operations check. After you do that, you would basically tell him to get out the truck, and basically you're gonna yell out the window you're gonna check every light, every exterior light, headlight, low beam and high beam, four-way emergency flashes, your clearance right, your side markers, your trailer brakes, like you're checking everything. Tractor brakes, you're checking everything to make sure they work. And after you do that, you'll basically be done. But when you're doing your INCAB, before you get out the truck, if it's anything that you feel like you didn't finish or you didn't cover, tell your instructor, and they should let you to like restart your whole pre-trip over instead of you just doing it one time and failing.
Bye, have a great time.